Rick Riordan presents an evening you will never forget, because it lasted forever. No one got to leave because the authors couldn't get past the host.
If you haven't guessed it by now, I am the host. Oh, and I'm not just any kind of host. What was that parasite bit? I'm not a parasite. Ew. Well, enough about me. Let's talk about my contestants. I mean, captives. Oh. Yeah, they're a wily bunch of authors, aren't they? They know about all sorts of mythology and folklore. But the question is, do they know about each other's mythology and folklore?
It's time for the authors to play the galaxy's favorite game show. Take one for the team. The game show modeled after the demigod mantra, work as a team or you'll die.
Yeah, hear that, authors? You gotta work together or you're gonna die. Or at least be moderately inconvenienced. You guys have dinner plans tonight? Because you might be running a little bit late. All right, let's talk about how the show works. Tell them how the show works, Larry.
Take One for the Team is a game show comprised of many games. It's not a sprint. It's an ultra marathon, or more like an ultra marathon. If the authors can work together to win all of the challenges, the host will let them leave the stage. But if they can't beat those challenges, it's possible they'll never leave. Roshni Chakshi, we're gonna start with you. Go see your host.
Rosh, hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Great.
Yeah. So I hear that you're from Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, I was.
So, is it true, little bird told me, that you like to eat ground up coffee? Like you grind up coffee, and then you like take a spoon, and you just eat ground up coffee. This is true?
Yes.
And you do this like every day.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, Rosh, you are going to help me find out how much your colleagues over there know about the Hindu epics in a game that we're calling Real or Rushed.
Get ready to play Real or Rushed, featuring Roshni Chakshi, a real-life liar. In this game, Rosh will be asked to summarize 2 stories from the Hindu epic, the Mahabharata. One of them will absolutely be made up, a total lie. We'll see if the authors can guess which one.
So, Rosh, you know a thing or two about the Mahabharata, right?
Yeah, or 3, I hope.
All right, captives, are you ready?
Yes.
Rosh, you ready?
Yes.
Don't take it easy on
Yes,
them.
okay.
You lie like you've never lied before. You hear me?
Right. You got this, Rosh. Come on.
Here's your first story.
All right. So once upon a time, there was a baker. And he was like the best baker ever. And all these people would like go to the village and be like, man, this dude's like paratha is like out of this world. And everyone was like, yeah. And then one time this god showed up, and because he'd heard so much about the baker, and it was like, have you ever thought about going in a different direction? And the baker's like, what do you mean, like go vegan or something? And he's like, no, like bake more, like bake people. And the baker's like, I think that's cannibalism. So no. And so then the god is like, no, I mean like apply your creative genius to bake mountains and earth and new races of people. What do you say? And the baker was like, it's not really a good thing to say no to a god. So he says, sure. And so then they started baking stuff. They baked mountains, the Bengal tiger. Have you ever heard of that one? The key was saffron. Really made it pop. Yeah, and so, even now, my dad always says if you see a beautiful person or beautiful mountains, you always say that they're baked to perfection. True story.
So that's a true, it sounded like truth to me.
Yeah.
Now I'm also kind of a little bit hungry.
Me too.
Well, let's hear your second story.
Okay, once upon a time, there was a goddess, and she really wanted some me time, who doesn't? And so when her husband goes out to the forest and stuff, she's like, awesome, he's out. I'm gonna make myself a little boy from turmeric paste. So he tells this kid, do not let anyone inside the house. This kid's like, got it, Mom. Yeah, so then eventually the god came back, he took one look at this kid and was like, who are you? And this kid was like, who are you? You can't get in here. And the god was like, I don't think so, buddy. And then, because he's got a bit of a temper, because he's a god, and he doesn't really ask many questions and such, he takes out his sword and chops off the kid's head. Yeah, and he strolls inside, says, honey, I'm home. What's for dinner? And she's like, what did you do? And he's like, do what? That boy was our kid. I didn't know. No one told me anything. Ooh. And then, she's getting really upset because she's a goddess, right? And so there's fire, and she's getting angry, and time is falling apart. And Sasha, he's like, honey, don't get mad. I can fix this. I will be right back. So he dashes out into the jungle, and he sees an elephant, and he's like, ooh, sorry, bro, and chops off its head, brings it back home, sticks it on the kid, and voila, you got a god. So, and a very healthy family dynamic.
All right, authors, can you tell which one is the fib? I bet it's Elephant Boy, but what do I know? I'm just your captor. Okay, which one is the lie? Is it the fabulous tiger baker, or is it bouncer boy turned elephant god?
The fake one is number one. The second one is about Ganesh, the elephant god.
I don't read this stuff. I don't know. Larry, do you know?
Unfortunately, the authors guessed right. The Tiger Baker is a complete fabrication. While the origin of how the god Ganesh came to have an elephant's head is sacred script.
Okay, authors. So, fine, you're pretty good at mythology that you can hear. But what about mythology that you can only see?
It's time to play Low-Res Deity. Once the image appears, you'll have 10 seconds to guess the Hindu god. It's as simple as that. Ready to play Low-Res Deity?
Yeah, all right. So, here we go, folks. It's time to play Low-Res Deity. So, I'm gonna show you right now on the screen here, a deity, a little bit low-res. Let's see if you can guess it. All right, let's start the timer. So, you gave me the other answer so quickly, you must know it, right? Yeah, come on, don't be shy. Let's hear it.
And 3, 2, 1.
Oh, so sorry. What? Too blurry? Yeah? Well, there is an option to turn up the resolution. But to turn up the resolution, you're going to need to take one for the team. Choose amongst yourselves. Oh, please do take your time.
Okay.
You are very brave, Yung. Larry, tell Yung what he has to do.
You just won the opportunity to get caffeinated, Chakshi style. Everyone knows that Rosh Chakshi loves to eat fresh ground coffee beans. But what about these other authors? Do they like chewing on grinds? Doubtful.
I'll do it if there's grasshoppers in it.
Serious.
Rosh, come on over. This was your idea after all. Don't look at me. There it goes. Please do help Yoon take one for the team.
And remember, the more grinds you eat, the more pixels you get.
I'll be adjusting the dials here. Nice big bite.
Come on, Yoon.
Oh.
Chew,
You got it.
Come on.
So as you see, we've got some resolutions showing up here. Can you take a guess? You got it?
No.
Oh, what a pity.
You are enjoying this way too much.
Oh, here
like
we
it.
go.
I think it
Let's
tastes
get a
good.
little
Let's
more
get more
resolution.
pixels.
Ah. Anyone got a guess? Author? Not sure? Well, a little coffee never hurt anybody.
Come on, Yoon, you
except
can do
maybe
it.
one more time for
Yoon.
humanity. How about now? Do you think you might be able to guess it now that the name is on there?
Go
Go ahead, Rick.
I'm gonna go with Shiva.
Oh.
That's correct. Shiva is one of the principal deities of Hinduism. He is the creative force of destruction. You can always spot Shiva by the serpent around his neck, the third eye on his forehead, and the trusty Trishula, or trident, that he wields.
Well, fine. The authors may have passed this round. Larry, go to commercial while I figure out how to stump him the next time.
The Prophecy of the Cinco is brought to you by New Mexico, land of enchantment. Spend your next vacation in a place of breathtaking natural beauty, vivid culture, and absolutely no plague of supernatural reckoning. New Mexico's got it all. Take a walk through time, reach new plateaus, or simply take in the streets. Say, did you know that New Mexico has volcanoes? What do you imagine lives inside a volcano?
There's stuff that lives in them?
Let's talk about other stuff. Where'd you get that gorgeous turquoise?
Did that say death god?
Maybe.
I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
Aw, are you scared of
Can you
demons?
just get us out of here, please?
Come visit New Mexico, where there's nothing to worry about.
All right! Welcome back, everybody, to Take One for the Team, everyone's favorite show. I'm your host, the host. Let's welcome our next captive author.
Jen Cervantes is the resident expert on Maya mythology. She even wrote a book about it. Jen, why don't you step on over to see the host?
All right, well, Jen, it's so great to meet you. Did you know that your mother was an oracle? Like lasers out of the eyeballs, everything?
Actually, it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, man. Well, I'm sorry. Can we turn off the cell phones, please? Oh. How embarrassing. It's mine. It's my friend, a pooch. He's been lighting me up with texts lately.
Great.
You know a pooch, right?
Yeah, I do.
God of death, fear, smells like vomit. Anyway, he's been writing me texts day and night, but I can't read them, like, at all. The words are like from some kind of lost language or something. I'll show you. Larry, can you Bluetooth me? Let's get a look of my text on the big screen, please. Can you make sense of that?
Hosty host with the most. What's Gucci? Okay, when you gonna come to Jibaba? Been doing so much work on the place. Oh, good, that's good. No joke, like a demon boss. Let's see, 30% more pus and decay since August. Come for spring break, gonna be sickness. Okay.
So it does sound like he's good, right?
Yeah, he's actually being kind of nice.
Yeah, all right. Time to get serious. You guys are moving along way too smoothly. Larry, set him up, and I'll knock him down.
At this rate, they could be eating dinner at a somewhat reasonable hour. That is, if they can get past a pooch.
So is a pooch here, actually here, like in the booth with you, Larry?
No. He's not actually here. He did just send me this email with a sound file for me to play. He's trying to help you with your show by lending some trivia. How nice is that?
He's sending a hard question for them. That's excellent. Yeah, okay, so you're gonna listen and you're gonna try to figure out the answer to this question, much harder than mine. Let's hear it, Larry. Okay, so the question is this. Which house is a pooch referring to? Is it bat house, jaguar house, rattling house, or hot house? What do you think?
I thought he was listing his allergies.
Oh, that's right. A pooch speaks backwards. That was probably really hard to understand. Well, there is a way to make him speak forward.
Oh, okay.
Holy habanero, it's about to get hot in here!
You science buffs are going to love this one. Yeah, so, those of you who don't know, our normal temperature in the United States is measured by Fahrenheit, but you can't measure peppers that way. This really genius scientist named Scoville created his own measurement for spiciness, and it's called the Scoville scale. So, this right here, this is like your bell pepper, no spice at all, like eating cereal. Your average jalapeno pepper, 2,500 to 8,000 SHUs. Then above that is the range where you start getting into the habanero pepper. Now the habanero pepper, 500,000 Scoville units. Those are your normal peppers. But today, we have an even hotter pepper, something that they're calling the truly hateful habanero. They say that this pepper holds a lifelong grudge against your digestive system. It can hate you. It hates you.
Host, don't tell me that you're going to make one of the authors eat the truly hateful habanero.
I'm sure one of them will step up because that's what a demigod does. Audience, let's hear those magic words of encouragement.
Yeah. Come on. Come on.
Okay, all right.
You got this, I promise, okay?
You are extraordinarily brave. You just need to sign this liability waiver right here. So, some little pen for you.
Death and dismember.
Initial here, please. And sign away your personal belongings to me here. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Well, there you go.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, it's big. It's a big one. It's gonna kill.
Oh, I have to eat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No! Stop! Are you insane? That pepper would literally kill you. It would kill you.
Oh my God, thank God. Thank God.
God, that was a close call. Just the fact that you were willing to sacrifice your life
I know, that
for the
was
sake
really
of your
good,
team
Rick. That was really good.
means that we'll let you advance.
That was good. That was good, Rick. Way to go. Way to go. Way to go.
So let's flip the switch here and try to see if you can make more sense, because if a pooch speaks backwards, if we make his backwards, it'll be forwards, and maybe you can understand it. Let's see if that happens.
Down here in Xibalba, we have so much to offer. You've probably heard about our fantastic travel packages, comprised of 6 different experiences, or houses. Let's just say death chambers. That's really a more accurate term for them. Tell me, authors, which one of the famous houses of Xibalba offers you the opportunity to experience a vortex of unrelenting hail that whittles away at your very soul, all in the privacy of your own abode?
Wow, a vortex of unrelenting hail. Oh boy. What do you think, authors?
We're gonna go with rattling house.
Yeah.
That is correct! Authors, you're moving on.
I should have fed him the really hateful habanero. All right, Larry, bring us to commercial.
The Prophecy of the Cinco is brought to you by Ghee. It's the life energy that flows through all of us. It's flowing through you right now. And your friend Jerry. It flows through dogs and hamsters. It flows through this rock and even this old Jinju transport. But it doesn't always flow perfectly. Hey, maybe you can help by learning more about geomancy and the foundations of principle, pattern, reason, coherence. Learn this and more at the 1,000 World Space Forces. If you've ever dreamed of leaving your planet for bigger and bolder adventures, the 1,000 World Space Forces is for you. Join today and live tomorrow.
Welcome back, everybody, to Take One for the Team. I'm your host, the host. Stepped on my own tail. Now it's time to travel to ancient Korea and also a parallel galaxy thousands of years in the future. Young-ha Lee, come up and see your host.
You got this. Let's go. Yeah.
How do you know so much about the future?
Magic.
Are there really like 1,000 worlds out there?
There are probably more.
Huh. Well, let's play the game that controls the author's fate, shall we? According to ancient Korean legend, foxes were mischievous and cunning creatures. It's believed that after living for 1,000 years, a fox could transform into a fox spirit. In Korean, Gumiho. These Gumiho would possess not 1, but 9 separate tails, along with the supernatural ability to shapeshift into human form, to trick and prey upon actual humans. Yikes. They especially liked eating hearts and livers.
Tasty.
We couldn't find an actual Gumiho for the show, but we were able to secure 9 faux foxtails from a local party supply store. Larry, tell them why.
Authors, get ready to move fast like the fox. In order to win this pop quiz, you're going to have to successfully unscramble 9 words. Some will be Korean words, while others will be future sci-fi terms. Because that's how Yoon rolls.
Here we go.
Only when you correctly unscramble the word can you pin your tail on the wily host. We need all 9 tails, authors. And don't wait for the end of the question either. Answer as soon as you can and keep an eye on that screen. You only have 99 seconds.
On your marks, get set, go!
A classic Korean side dish.
Yes, go Raj. What?
A pearl in Korean.
You got it.
Run back.
A three-dimensional image formed by interference of light beams.
Hologram.
In Korea, legendary goblins who can help or hurt humans. They really like to wrestle.
Dokaibi.
It's the life energy that flows through all of us,
Gee, no, I want a tail. Okay.
transforming a planet so as to resemble
Terraforming.
a Korean martial art that features head-high kicks,
Taekwondo.
a man-made closed ecological system that replicates a natural a dish of rice topped with vegetables and meat, egg and chili paste. A dish of thin strips of marinated beef cooked on a barbecue.
Oh, ooh, bulgogi. Run, I can't. My feet hurt.
Bulgogi.
What is that?
Wrap it around
I
his
don't
neck.
even know what is it. I don't know, but it's yours now. There you go, buddy.
That's not a tail.
They did it!
Oh my
The
god.
authors have passed the K-pop quiz.
Nice job.
Amazing.
Not so fast, Larry. They haven't defeated the host just yet. The last challenge is me, myself.
All right. We're ready. We're ready.
It turns out that the only way to truly escape the host is to see the host for who he really is. And who is that? Who is he? Of course, I know. But how the heck would any of you?
Just like the fox, I too am a shapeshifter. I don't imagine any of you would be able to tell who sits behind this mirage. But I'll tell you, there's a lot more substance here than you'd expect. I'm not so different from all of you. Let's just say we share something profound.
Wait a second. Are you one of those kids from the demigod video all dressed up?
No, that's not it. I'm quite a charming fox. It would be impossible to see through my disguise.
Oh, okay, let's think about this. The host says that he's not so different from us. He's profound. He's telling us he's insightful, observant. Maybe he's more than a game show host. Maybe he's a writer like us.
That's good.
Holy cow, Rick! Are you a tiger? How did you know that? You see me. But, okay, I'll admit I'm a writer, but there are a lot of writers out in the world. Also, the book that I've written isn't even out yet. So no one would know little old me.
I promise I won't tell them, Carlos.
Wait a minute. Your book isn't even out yet. Your name is Carlos. Are you Carlos Hernandez?
Yeah, Carlos Hernandez. You have that Sal and Gabby book coming out. The next book in the Rick Riordan Presents
That's right.
line, after mine.
Is that really Carlos?
It's true! The host is indeed Carlos Hernandez, the author of Sal and Gabby Break the Universe.
Wait. So the prophecy of the Cinco said 5 authors will convene in New York City. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
So I guess we won the game, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you did!
Yes!
And you solved the Cinco.
I mean, listen, I can't say I didn't have fun here. I mean, it was kind of exhilarating, but I don't know how you guys feel, but I feel really duped.
Yeah. I mean, like, why would you scare us like that and withhold dinner from us? That's just rude.
Yeah, that was not cool, Carlos. Really not cool.
Whoa, 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 whoa! You think I'm in control here? There are bigger powers at play. I was actually secretly trying to help you win, but he wanted me to take up as much time as I could to make sure we got the most out of it.
Who's he? Who's this higher power?
Is it Larry?
Nope.
I'm not allowed to, I can't tell. Good writers never just tell. They also show.
Oh my God! Rick was I can't believe it.
Okay, listen, I just thought it'd be fun if we were written into a prophecy, like a team building thing, right? We never spend any time together, and we live in different cities, and this is what authors do, right? We just take everything around us and we make up stuff for fun and entertainment. And after all, look at these kids. Look how entertained they are. And you guys were great. I am so proud of you. I could not be happier about this group. Right?
And so it ended, happily ever after. Eventually, even more authors joined the Rick Riordan Presents family, bringing their own unique voices and talents to the mix. But not before this fine group right here went to dinner. It was a little late, but they all agreed it was still a reasonable hour.